And the part of why I'm so excited for this weekend is, as Gareth said before, firstly, we get to watch them lifted in person. But secondly, I've been to the last 2 parades and they were great. And I believe that this one will be better.
Yes.
I 100% think this one will be better. And I just think it's going to be the absolute business because we're building on what there's been. And people have seen the previous ones and gone, I want a big bowl of that. That looks like a great day.
Exactly. I mean, I remember the 2019 parade and how adamant we were that this was the start of something. We were going to build on something. And yes, guess what? We did build on it. The next year we won the league title. But guess what? We didn't get to have the parade because we all know why. So the last 2 parades absolutely is a good reason why this one's going to be great. The one that we didn't have, that's why it's going to be the best ever. Because we're going to be storing up all of those feelings of frustration.
I just think they should have had a second bus coming in between. No, Firmino on the back.
Right, not Firmino, Genie.
You see it up as well,
like, honestly, I think
Just in a big fur coat looking like Elton John.
because we're all going to be thinking of that. I'm going to be thinking of that now. But like, we're all going to be thinking of 2020 at some point. At some point on Monday, that 2020 team's going to come into your mind and you think, fuck. There was a point where you thought you're never going to get the chance to celebrate that. And here we are. We are going to get to celebrate. It's going to be the greatest day. And all of the stuff that we're going to be doing, because like I'm sure some of us are going to be doing some work-related stuff over the course of the weekend. And yes, it's all fun and stuff, but we're all going to get a chance to just have a moment where we don't have to do anything except take it in. Just look at everything going past and just think, you know what? This is why we're doing this.
I'll be taking it in when you lift that Premier League trophy because I feel like we skip past that too much, you know.
Yeah.
Like because it's well documented. It's been so long since that trophy lift, but I've looked it up. It's only 7 or 8 times Liverpool have lifted the title at Anfield in the last 100 years. Because I think we take for granted that this is a normal thing. You win the title away from home sometimes. City have done it, Man United have done it, Liverpool have done it against Wolves, and
It wasn't a thing, guys.
And it wasn't a thing at a certain point.
All the Reds have said that to me, like, you know, you're all banging on the trophy lift. That wasn't a thing.
They just brought it out,
on about the trophy lift.
Yeah.
It was just win the league.
You do it wrong.
They're just so used to it.
They've written off good times there, the older Reds. You should also have another great day when you get to the
Well, exactly, I'm all for that.
Yeah.
Like,
I love the
can't
fact
wait
that
to
they're
see it.
bringing Hansen out for it as well.
Oh, yeah.
I think that's a really lovely touch because obviously he's had some problems with his health and all that kind of stuff. But if you needed an extra reason to celebrate, you know, also to have kind of passing the torch from the last time we were the greatest team in the land to this time, I couldn't think of anyone better.
And one great centre-back to another, is there?
Yeah, I like the idea of problems with his health, and then he did have obviously really significant problems with his health, and then I think off the back of that, probably 8 weeks later, he was knocking around Royal Birkdale in 74.
That was how we found out he was all right. It's just like he was putting the golf clubs in the back of the car. You all right now, Al? Yes.
What's this? 6 birdies. Later on as he goes all the way through. He's a great man, Alan Hansen, a great man in so many ways. Gareth, he's going to be part of it. But Virgil is also obviously a great man. I think we, at times, overstate his cool. I think he's a deeply emotional man. I watched him when the final whistle went on that day at Tottenham, and he didn't know what to do with himself, and he just span around until he collapsed. And I loved him for that. I love the idea he's been trying to keep everyone right, looking after everybody. That's been his mindset. But there's a bit of this where this is Virgil van Dijk's day so much.
Yeah, and it's boss that mural's ready for him in time because he deserves one. And yeah, I mean, what a fella. I mean, you know, I was fortunate enough with the Rap to interview him that time out in Qatar, and he's, you know, like everyone says, 1, he smells lovely. 2, he's just got a presence. Like, you know, before the cameras are on and everything, he walks out and he's like, you know, shaking everyone's hand. I remember Andy saying, like, I'm a bit like overawed, I'm a bit nervous, and he's like, it's only me. And like he was just so, like, I just think if he's in your, like we all think, but I remember looking at him that day, thinking, if he's in your team, massive as well, massive, seeing him in person, you just go, hell, how are you meant to compete against that? And you're like, yeah, if he's in your team, you can just tell, you would be like, I'm coming to war. But like, I agree with what you say, you see his head go sometimes, like I think, you know, Newcastle League Cup final. Yeah.
But it makes it all the better. You know what I mean? But he's that person, and he loves it, and he needs it, and he wants it so much, and that's what's made the whole season for me. Yeah, watching him as well, he's loved it.
Absolutely, and you know, I love the McAllister moment as well. You know, where he throws the towel over his head when we finally won it, and he's just sitting there, obviously having a bit of a moment. I love the Konate thing about. In fact, someone was telling Vinny, it was from Sky, I think, telling me yesterday. He said, you know, Konate just disappeared, and everyone's like, well, is he coming back? Because he was going to speak to him and all that, and then he's just sat in the stands, having a bit of a taking it in moment. Won the league. And I love that. I love that it means so much to them, because, you know, like, I think loads of modern football, it's easy to get a little bit depressed about the direction of it and the money and the cost and pricing out fans and all of that kind of stuff, which I'm kind of doing as a day job, so definitely gets me down sometimes. But stuff like this is like life affirming. It's like, this is why we did it all. This is what we're here for. And I've literally waited all my life to see this, what we're going to see on Sunday. So yeah, nothing spoiling that. Like I say, I'm bouncing around the place. Feel like I'm walking on a cloud.